love the top because you can't stop when he's on. Times what he's saying will leave you in a daze, but you gotta pay close attention because you can't fit a word inside. We got crazy mad societies, we're all a bunch of freaks. He's got crazy mad solutions when he talks before he thinks. When I need a couple fun, like money ain't a thing, man, I got a side job clubbing rats over in England. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Don't take offense, cause my man is frankly honest. He's the only one that ever beat me in a sweating contest. Cause if you can't take the heat, you're getting kicked out the kitchen. You get the dry white toast, he's got the 2 whole chickens. Got away with the ladies, they're always taking him home to mother. When she answers the door, she's like, I see you met your father. It's obvious his mouth is gonna get him in trouble. Yo, Bill, call the bar and get the bail on the double. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold.
Well, I'm a little nasty. CentralValleyTalk.com, 8 p.m. It must be another episode of Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold. Episode 277. I don't even do things I like 277 times. That's a lot. I'm counting. I can't count them on the Jimmy Dean digits. 277. Here we are. It's going to be an epic one I got going for you. Now, let's just get it out of the way. Michael, how have you been? Feels like I haven't been here for like 2 weeks. Every time it feels like there's been a 2-week gap of some sort. But here I am again. And now if you're watching on CentralValleyTalk.com, I want to thank you. You did the extra work. You typed in the URL. You're officially a nerd. I don't know why I make fun of the folks watching the show. If you really went to the website, thank you. But if you're watching on YouTube, that's even more amazing. Shout out to Black Thunder. I got a video from someone last week. Black Thunder, everybody knows him. He fucking sent me a video of him. Socks in the air, the chimney going, and he pans over, the fireplace going, and he pans over, and there's like his big old 65, 70 incher on the wall with my fat ass yelling. And I'm just like, what comfort and luxury to be able to watch it from your home, Black Thunder. Well, thank you for the video, as always. Now, but if you're watching on Facebook Live, oh, you're so nasty. This is just for me and you. They cannot hear me right now. Does your mother know you watch the show? Does your mother know? Because tonight we have Dr. He just changed his profile pic on Facebook, and I'm not sure if he's released another album. What? The guy has so much, and he's on Spotify. It's amazing. We're going to have him here tonight. Dr. Ink kind of runs on his own time. He's going to help us co-host at some point, but it's all about when Dr. Ink gets here. One does not rush Dr. Ink. He shows up when he does, okay? And then, oh my goodness, little Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold folklore for you here. I started back February 12, 2013 doing this. Episode 1 began. And I'd say steady from about 2013 through 14. It's just been a while. But there was always a time, was it like maybe me, Martio, and Bill messing around here. Shout out to Billy Baru. I know you're out there watching right now. But ladies and gentlemen, they're in the house. Oh my God. Martio and Lupe from BBO's Vintage Boutique! Yay! They're here to talk all things BBO. You know, there's certain things that anchor the Tower District. That's where Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold is filmed. It's filmed live right down here in the heart of the Tower District, right on the corner of Fresno and Van Ness. But there's certain things that weight down the Tower District. They're like anchors, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Living Stones for just reopening.
Yes!
Yeah! I went there today. It was exactly what it should have been. Does that make sense? Like anybody that's been in Living Stones, it was exactly what it should have been. And they had, the previous staff was there. It was like nothing had happened. It was like no time had passed. It was amazing. Shout out to those Stones Marys though. Those are amazing. Don't get me started, but what I was going to say about being an anchor in the tower, I think of BBOs like that. Ever since I can think of, coming around, it was always go to the Babylon, well, actually go to the Avalon, but go to the Avalon or Babylon, and then you come out, and usually people are having cigarettes down there, but then you'd wander up, and then you'd always do the stroll. You'd always have to do the stroll, and that's what I call it. I'd walk by BBOs, I'd look in the window, see what they got, and then I'd keep strolling down to the tattoo shop, see who was in there, but it was always just part of it, And now that, they're in this great location, and they got stuff to talk. There's things going. I was seeing videos today, as early as today. So we got stuff to talk about. It's always great when BBOs is in the house. Hey, okay, so I'll name drop. When I was on The Blaze with Jennifer Lip, all right? 105.1 The Blaze. At the time, it was classic rock that really rocks. Now, what is it? Everything that rocks? Is that their new shit? I don't know. I'm not lying. I don't listen to the radio much. And my manager, my apartment manager, she doesn't watch the show. Sometimes, maybe she does. She was a prize whore. Which isn't bad. I use the radio for prizes as well. I would have never seen the Rolling Stones without 95.7 The Fox. I got to go see the Stones one Thanksgiving back in 2005 because of the radio. But me and Jennifer Lip, when Christmas would come around, she was like, DeVold, there are kids that are in the car with their family. And although mom and dad probably shouldn't be listening to us while they're in the car with the kids, but the kids are here in the show, we will not talk about Santa Claus being not real. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't hear any gasps, and we got adults in the room. So the fact that we didn't have any gasps, I was like, what the hell do you mean Santa ain't real? I mean, he's out there. He's out there. I still believe it's Santa, but she wanted us to make sure if anybody ever called in saying that in a call, we wouldn't replay the call. Like, that's surefire. We just wouldn't replay the call. We didn't talk about anything like that. We talk about Santa, but, like our homie. That's about as far as it went. Do you guys remember the time, that you found out Santa wasn't real?
I do.
Do you remember when it happened? Okay, for me, it was Christmas 1990.
Dude, same here. Oh, 89.
89! You got one on me. What day? So what we used to do, some families are Christmas Eve families. We did our gifts on Christmas Eve. I know a lot of families go back and forth with that. They're like, we do ours Christmas morning. Some families do one gift Christmas Eve, that type of thing. But for us, we would go out Christmas Eve, and my mom would, it never dawned on me until I got older, and that's what was so crazy. But we'd go out to the car to leave to go look at Christmas lights, and my mom said, we're gonna go look at Christmas lights, and we're gonna try to look for Santa, because he's gotta get going early, time zones and such. We may see him out there while looking at lights. So I'm like, oh my God, we gotta go look at lights, I'm eating it up. When we get to the car, I never noticed this until it was too late, but somebody always had an issue. One year, my dad's stomach was hurting, and he's like, hold on, I got to go to the bathroom real quick. And then dad was missing while we were off sitting in the car for 10, 15 minutes. And I'm like, man, I wish he'd hurry up. We need to go look at these lights. And then one year, my brother couldn't find his coat, and he stays behind. And then here's the part that blew my mind. My dad was really kind of he was a Navy man, 25 years, kind of a stern guy, kind of the exact opposite of me. I mean, this dude didn't play. But I remember that year going, damn it, what's taking Freddie so long? And my mom's like, Tom, calm down, he's just looking for his coat. And I'm like years later, I realized he was part of the game. He was playing the game. I was like, my dad was a team player, right? And I was like, I didn't think my dad was a method actor, but he got into that shit. And I never realized it. But then we'd go look at lights, and when we came back, gifts would be there. And it'd be late. They'd make me wait till it wasn't like I got to go look at lights at fucking 7 o'clock at night and I got Christmas by 8. They'd make me wait it out. We'd watch a Christmas movie or two, and I'd be like, so, time to go look at lights, or I'm like, no, we got time. Let's go watch let's watch one more movie. And I'm like, oh my God, just killing you, right? But I went into my brother's room because I was sneaky little shit, using little liberally. But I went up into the closet and I found the gifts, and I found one to Kris from Santa, and I was like, now how the hell are these already here? It was Santa. Oh God, that's my mom's handwriting. Oh shit. It all just came rushing, and it was just all these thoughts at once. But how old? Was anybody late? Late? 13, 14? Anybody make it that far before they found out? I'm not going to make fun of you.
I was 12.
You were 12? That's not bad. 6th grade? Did kids ruin it for you? How'd you find out? Did kids ruin it for you? Other kids?
I don't even remember.
Do you remember?
Oh, I remember. It's when we went shopping, they said, what do you want from me?
Yeah, I mean, I knew kids that ruined the Easter Bunny for other kids at school, shit like that. It was all jacked up. But, okay, so here was the shit part. It's you realize it's not real, but then, you still got to go through. I still had 2 more Christmases where I think I played the game. I had to go out and look at lights and wait for someone. Oh, now my mom's got a bad stomach this year. I hope she's okay. And I'm sitting in the back seat 11 going, we're going to have to stop this eventually. But now here I am older. And then I almost get mad if anybody wants to ruin that for anyone else. I'm like, don't you tell anybody I'm Santa, bro. Who the hell do you think you are to be ruining a child's childhood? there isn't a much chance like children get to believe in anymore, right? Unless it's on like a phone or a tab. Like I got kids watching videos of other kids unwrapping toys. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
My brother's kids. I'm like, what the hell is he watching? Oh, someone playing Minecraft. I'm like, why isn't he just playing the game? Oh, he does, but he likes to watch videos of people playing it too. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
So lame, dude.
Like, this video got like 500,000 views, or like it's somebody unwrapping a real cool toy, and my buddy had his I think his brother's kids over or something, and they were all sitting in the living room, and it was somebody unwrapping a toy, and they were like, oh my god, and I was like, what are they watching? What is this? They're like, oh, it's just this video where people just unwrap toys and shit, and kids watch it. I'm like, it's the craziest damn thing. I'm going about it all wrong. Next week's episode's a whole hour of me just unwrapping shit. You thought you wanted it. It's all fun and games till you hit about minute 8, and you're like, this wasn't as cool as he says it was gonna be. Like, I thought it was gonna be fun at first, but we're like 8 minutes in, and he's unwrapping toys. I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, it's not gonna work, But hey, so I'm really we're in the Christmas spirit. We're listening to the Christmas music. Went to Christmas Tree Lane on the first drive-through night. That was
Bad idea,
I fell asleep. It was so long. Like
she fell asleep on the way in.
Yeah.
It took a long time to get in. From Blackstone and Shields till the end of Christmas Tree Lane, it was like 2 hours and 8 minutes. It was like 2 hours and 8 minutes. It was a good 45 to 55 minutes just to get into the lane, as I call it, the lane, as locals call it.
Just to get in?
Just to get into it. And then everybody was cool. We didn't have too many dicks around us with their headlights on. I hate when people leave the headlights on. I used to have a Chevy 99 Malibu, and you can't turn off the headlights. That was when that feature first came out, where if the car was on, just your headlights was on. I remember going down Christmas Tree Lane and people getting out of their car, coming back to me and like, hey, I'm sorry, just, could you maybe turn off the headlights? And I'm like, they don't turn off unless they turn off the car, man. I was the dick that year, and now, years later, I'm mad at other people going, if they would just turn off their headlights, do they not understand the magic of this?
You're messing up tradition, man.
You're messing up the magic! Like, I'm very aggressive. It's not good to be aggressive. You can't be aggressive about Christmas, I'm finding out. It is Christmas! Alright, here we go. Sex Drives Kris DeVold, episode 277. All good Kris DeVolds go to heaven, right? Here we go. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We got Dr. Ink coming up a little later, but oh my god, it's the homecoming. They're back in the studio. BBO's Vintage Boutique is in the house! Why? We're going to find out. Slide the knob! Maybe Israel. Maybe. Well, my little nasty, SexuallyTalk.com, Sex Drugs Kris DeVold is what you're watching. Episode 277.
Yeah.
Maybe if we're all good, we'll all go to heaven, huh? You don't know. Hopefully refill the weed bowl, the cereal bowl. Hopefully you got yourself another beer. Maybe you got chocolate milk. If I had chocolate milk, I'd be blowing bubbles in mine.
what the fuck is bubbles?
One day we will find out. But now, it has been a long time coming. You can go back to the old episodes, long time ago, back in the day, 2013, 14. Maybe even in 15, and we always used to keep it special. And when he would come in, me and Bill always had the best time, and it's just always a good time. It's the homecoming, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for RDO, BBO's Vintage Boutique, sir. You didn't just come back; you come back like a monster.
I had to come back and represent, Christmas.
Hey, Michael, what happens? Can you turn off the lights and let's just see if we can see this? Oh my God! Look at you.
Wow.
Here, yeah, hit those too. Let's do a little Marty O experiment right now. Look at you. Oh! He is Christmas. He is Christmas. Oh my God! You are Christmas. You just got on the. If you were on the naughty list, you might have just got on the good list with that. Marty O, how the heck are you, man?
I'm doing great, Chris, man. How are you, pal?
Looking as great as ever, dude. How are things? How are things at BBO's Vintage Boutique?
Things are going great, man. It's been a good journey. We've missed being on the show and hanging out with you.
I'm still here. I tell people in the end, it's just going to be cockroaches in my show. It's just going to be cockroaches in my show. I'm to the point now where I'm going back to old episodes, hitting up bands that I liked, and like they're all like most of them, like a lot of them are broke up, or they're like, no, our lead singer moved away and we don't do anything anymore. And no, I work at like Save Mart now, and I'm like. Okay, so
yeah, nobody's having any fun anymore.
No, we still got to keep it fun. And you guys, I'm all about consistency. That's my favorite thing. And maybe we don't see you for a while, or maybe you don't go into BBOs for a while, but when you come back in, you always know what you're going to get. I try to keep it like that with my show. You may not see it for a while. It's actually a lot cleaner than it used to be. I watched some of the old episodes. It was a little dirty.
It was a little dirty.
A little dirty,
but we had fun.
It was very fun, but now, and there's sometimes there was a lot of drinking before. There still is on some episodes. Some episodes get a little slurry, but, you got to pick and choose the moments now.
I don't know anything about that anymore.
Sometimes my left knee hurts. Like, I think I'm getting old. I don't know what's happening. I'm like, am I getting old? Is this what the fuck's happening? I wake up in the morning, I'm like, why does it hurt when I get up?
Oh shit! You making noises when you stand up
things
and
are
all
different.
that. Oh,
but the consistency of BBOs in the Tower District, like I said, it's always an anchor to me. There's certain things when I come to the Tower District I expect to see, when I'm on Facebook. You guys are active as hell. Follow BBO's Vintage Boutique on Facebook if you haven't already. You can find a link on the Sex Drugs Kris DeVold Facebook page. Because you guys are always next level. It's like, well, what does that look like on someone? Well, here's some pictures of our stuff on someone. Or what does this look like?
Kind of like this sweater,
Kind of
right?
like this sweater. It's a living, breathing modeling right here. And then you guys have, talk about if someone, let's say no one knows about BBOs, what is it?
Well, basically, we're a vintage clothing store that specializes in clothing and accessories from the 1920s through the 1990s. We used to do through the 80s, but kids came in and asking, hey, do you got any vintage 90s stuff? I'm like, what the hell is that?
It's like, what are you talking about? They're like, kind of like what you have on. And it's like,
Yeah, I'm like,
what are you talking about?
Right?
This is dope.
But I'm like, hey, if I get it, will you buy it? And they said, yeah. So we started including the 90s. So
it's starting to happen. Yeah,
it's happening.
So altogether, how long? I mean, even counting before the move, how long has BBO's been around?
So we've been around 9 years.
9 years.
9 years.
If you know anything about a Fresno, if it's hard to have your own business, I'd say it's at least 5 times as harder in Fresno. And if you've ever heard of a business and they get past that upstart phase of 2 years, after that, and you gotta give respect, and you gotta, if someone's like, oh, is it good? And I'm like, even if I haven't been there, it's gotta be good. There's the Beer Rock Shop.
Right.
Shout out to the Beer Rock Shop here in town. I still haven't been there. I want to go. Everybody tells me how bomb it is. Yeah, but it's been there consistently for a while to the point where I'm like, well, it's got to be good.
Right.
It's Fresno, and
Right.
we don't go to shit we don't like, and then it just shuts down.
Right.
But here you guys are rocking the Tower District.
Well, we opened up when it was in the middle of the recession, and everybody said, dude, you guys are stupid for opening up a business in the middle of the recession. It was like, of course, that was most of it. That was our family that was saying that. Yeah, good looking out,
Yeah, right.
So we said, well, okay, let's prove them wrong. And 9 years later, we're still here.
Jeez, man. And then, even stronger after the move. Even it just seems like the move really pushed. Not that, not anybody knew where you were, but now you're going to get the casual folks bumping into you.
Yeah, we get the people that are just walking down the street and see the sandwich board, and
right.
One half a block made a difference, in the exposure that we get.
What do you think, if the secret? Do you have any tips or tricks, or just because you guys just seem to make it seem effortless?
Well, we just always figured, if we open up a business and we fail, it's our own fault. That means we didn't hustle enough. You know what I mean? So we're basically whores for our store, man. We're out there posting on Facebook, Instagram. We're active in the community.
Yes.
We're blessed for the success we've had, and we make sure each and every day that we give back to the community that's blessed us. So
that's what it's about. Like I said, I've had folks come from far and away to perform, but nothing's better than someone that's like, our drummer's getting off work at the Chevron. He'll be here by the time we go on. And I'm just like, it doesn't get any more local and deep-rooted than that, And to have a store that's, man, and you guys, they have so much. Now, what's going on? I saw some posts on Facebook today. You guys were collecting some stuff. What's going on?
So we just did a drive for the camp people that had their homes burned up Northern California.
Okay.
So we collected things for that. That's done. So now we have our 8th annual Christmas party and toy drive tomorrow, and we've got a DJ. Santa will be there for pictures. We'll have some adult beverages and things for the kids, and show up, either give $5 or a toy. You can come in, spend the night. It's a good time, and just our way of
what? Oh, tamales.
Oh, we have Taco Nation's going to be there. He's going to be doing Cajun shrimp tacos. tamales and some other things. So yeah,
That's fantastic.
Right,
That is
right.
fantastic. What time does this all get going?
so we kicks off at 5 o'clock, and
Nice.
and we'll go until people don't want us to go anymore. Pretty much.
Oh, look at that, Santa. That's fantastic, man. I'm gonna tell you, that's a good time. So that's going down at the boutique tomorrow.
That goes down tomorrow. If you can't make it out tomorrow, you can always donate a toy or cash, whatever you can afford. And we're collecting all the way up to December 20th. And the toys go out to, we try to serve little pockets that don't get served by Toys for Tots. So somebody will call us up, Mayfair School will call us up and say, hey, we got 5 families that need something.
Nice.
We plug in there, and then we go to some of the shelters and places that kind of slip through the cracks and fill in that void.
Man, BBOs, you guys are like the holiday spirit just seems to be running through you guys. You
Well-
guys seem to be. I'm going to use it. Seem to be a conduit for the Hollywood or for the holiday spirit. See that, a conduit? I'm learning words. I probably picked it up from a video game or something. But no. But I mean, it's everybody can talk about the feels, but it's another thing to carry out the feels. That's the truth. That's you actually. I can watch the Christmas movies all day, but then actually go out there and be like, no, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this.
Right.
To be active about it. When do you see it stop and BBO's just going to keep going and going?
We'll
Do you
keep
see- are
we'll
you-
keep
'cause you
going
guys seem full
until
steam right now.
well, we'll keep going until
It's a
I don't
9-year
know
warm up.
till you hear the bodies drop. I
Right,
guess.
it's like a 9-year warm up, man.
Yeah,
Like it seems like
you
it's
know.
really just getting going.
It's something we're really passionate about. I mean, of course, it puts some beans on the table, but
well, yeah, but
it's not something we do to become wealthy. It's we feel like it's a venue to do good for the community, and we've just been really blessed, and community's taking care of us. and
right?
we wanna
Oh,
give
come
back.
on. That's what it's about. No, it's funny too because I started a new job in June, and this girl I work with there, she came in one day and she was just like, yeah, I might go to BBO's to look for something. Do you know what BBO's is, Chris? I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? That's fantastic. Do you know what BBO's is? I was like, oh my God, that's fantastic. I love when something like that can come up in random conversation.
Yeah, we appreciate
And
that.
I think when you're local and you're like, okay, so here's the thing. Here's something that I think is real weird. So when I was on the Blaze and someone would see my name like on my name tag or something, they'd be like, oh, Kris DeVold, that's so cool. I'm like, oh, that's so cool, yeah. But like doing this because it's so specific, like BBOs
Sure.
is so specific that when someone recognizes it even more, like in conversation, and I'm in North Fresno doing this job, and someone's like, do you know what BBOs is, Chris? And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's kind of the same as like walking out a liquor store and someone's like, oh, the sex, the drugs. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
maybe you just say my name. Don't start with that. But the sex, the sex, drugs. And I'm like, or Chris. This is
Yeah.
Chris. But let me go now because people are like, oh, sex, drugs. And then other guys just pointing at him. But when you guys, I mean, everybody knows Marty O. When you go out to, I mean, when you see Lupe and Marty, it's just, you know when you're out somewhere, you're going to see you guys. Like, you guys don't just, you're not just at the shop. You're actually out here in the tower.
Absolutely. We love to spend our money locally. That's where it's at, man. We've had so many friends like yourself that we've met over the years, that we stay in contact with, that we take care of, that we see outside of. Might be a double date or meet at a bar,
Right.
or a restaurant or whatever. But it's about community and it's about making friends, and we've been really blessed to, the amount of friends that we have, man.
So we got Livingstone's back open. So we got BBO's going, right? And then like all we need, I mean it's Strummer, but I still call it the Starline sometimes.
I know.
And then aren't they doing something with Audie's now?
Audie's is gonna be full
Full
circle
circle.
brewery.
They're full circle. They're gonna be full circle
Yeah.
now. So all we really need, and it'll never happen, but if we can just get that Avalon back up and running,
Oh, man, that
and
would-
get Vinny's kind of, because Vinny's is still Vinny's,
Right.
and just kind of, and I know Landmark ain't coming back, but if we can just, and then I can just park my car somewhere and walk around all the spots like I
Oh,
did used
those
to.
are
Remember
good
that?
old days.
Remember?
Oh, man.
Okay, shout out real quick. We're running a little late now, but man, shout out to Laura Splotch. Okay, I got to shout out. Hey, shout
Yeah.
out to Laura Splotch because here's why. Laura Splotch taught me that you could come to the tower and just, what are you doing? Where are you gonna drive over? Just park your car here, DeVold.
Yeah.
And I'd have like my pack of smokes, my wallet, and my phone, and that's all I needed. And we would just walk venue to venue to venue, and that was your night. And it was a damn good night. And it was a little exercise involved as well. I mean, for a guy like me.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad thing for us guys.
Not bad,
you know?
but now it seems like it's a little few and far between, and that's why I say it's nice to see. Like I saw they were doing the flashing lights on the Tower Theater tonight, and it gave me that old like Thriller vibe from the video, and I was like, oh, they're doing the flashing lights. Like there's some magic here in the Tower. Still, there was a time where it almost seemed like it was getting a little clubby.
Yeah.
And I remember a girl walking by me with her friend, like on the phone, going, "I don't know. There's a huge theater. The street is Venice. I don't know. It's Venice, and it's a theater." And she had heels, and I was like, "Holy God, this isn't the Tower District I know." I was like, "What's happening?" But then it kind of reverted back.
It comes in waves.
There aren't drum circles on the corner anymore. But I mean, like. It comes in waves.
It does
right?
come in waves, and Tower District is the only community where you can actually park your car and walk. You can go have tea, coffee, cocktails, see a show, see some freaks, whatever.
Whatever
you know,
want.
be yourself and have fun. That's what it's all about.
Well, I'm going to say one more time, Mario Lupe, just doing great work. I mean, it's been just very consistent. I mean, this February I will have been here 6 years, and to think you guys have been around 9. I mean. Just might as well let's just keep going. You guys work way harder than me. I don't know how I'm trying to compare. I'm trying to throw myself in you see what I'm doing there? Trying to scoop myself in, kind of on that Bebe level. I ain't doing nearly as much of the work.
You're a hard working entertainer,
nearly
man.
as much of the work, but it's always good. If you haven't ever, first off, if you've never been to Fresno's Tower District, maybe you have a bad conception of it. Maybe you're afraid of it. Those times are over. Remember when they used to put the whole gate around Tower for the Mardi Gras?
Right.
That?
Good times.
I'm like, what do you mean I can walk around with my drink? They're like, the whole tower's the beer garden. It is the beer garden. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like,
we need to work on that again.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I remember just some friends hopping the fence, hopping into that thing. Anyways, if you've never been down to the tower, this would be a very good reason. Come down. Oh, why don't you come down tomorrow? Bring a toy or $5. Get in on the festivities. Get some tamales, man. Get some real tamales.
Man,
come on down, man. And then also visit the Sex Drugs Kris DeVold Facebook page to get to their page. Maybe you can't remember the name and let some of my viewers get hazy. And they're a little hazy.
Yeah, that's all.
It's okay. You just go back to the episode and you'll see the link and just tap it. See what I'm doing there? I'm going to their page right now. Like it. And just tap, right? Tap it. And then like their page, okay? Marty O, let's have you guys on again soon. I need to come film some stuff in the shop and bring it back.
Yeah, let's do that.
So maybe people are Facebook lazy these days. Sometimes they don't even want to go to a page. They're like, I'll go to the page later, Chris. That's a lot. I come and film some stuff, bring it on the show, show you guys what's going on down there. Marty O, you promise to come back?
Absolutely, pal.
I love it. That's first off, give it up for Marty O sweater! That's so great. Second off, give it up for Mario and Lupe of BBO's Vintage Boutique! I love it. Come on down to the tower. Come on, visit them at their event tomorrow. It's gonna be amazing. CentralValleyTalk.com. Sex Drugs Kris DeVold, episode 277. It's folks like this that get to go to heaven. See, we're the ones that got to do the work. That's the problem, guys. Oh my God! Do my eyes deceive me? Doctor, is the doctor in the house? Paging the doctor. You know what? He has to get out of the OR, the laboratory, just to come here and do this shit for you guys, okay? You're dealing with a professional. You're dealing with a guy. You know how long it takes to come out of like Inc.'s laboratory medical school? That's way longer than regular medical school. It's true. He told me. I wanted to take a night course one time. He's like, you don't have the heart. He's like, you don't have the heart, kid. I was like, damn, Inc. like that? He goes, I'm saving you an F. That's what happened. He was saving me. I can't A+. I can't save you credits, right? Can't do that, right? Sex Drugs Kris DeVold, CentralValleyTalk.com. When we come back, Dr. Ring! Slide the knob! Well, I'm a little nasty. CentralValleyTalk.com. Sex Drugs Kris DeVold is what you're watching. Ever since the inception of this show, February 12, 2013, I vowed to bring you one live musical week. Our live musical act of the week, easy for me to say. And this week is a little different. I'm trying to keep it with this month. People that always do me good all year. That do right by me all year. I do right by you type of thing. And Dr. Inc. is definitely on that list. So all month I'm going to try to have artists for the 4 episodes that represent that to me in the almost 6 years I've been doing this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have seen him before, but I always know there's always someone out there watching for the first time that's like, who is this guy? Well, if that's you, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to bring to you Dr. Ring!
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Ink. This song right here is called God Ship Stowaway. I don't know where the name came from, but, you know, it's some real shit, though. Praise to the new gods. Text and follows. Sabotage for profit. Leaving our pockets hollow. Follow the lies they feeding us when they feed us as organic implants connected to receivers, non-believers, blissful, truth seekers, ever vigilant, intelligent penmanship, diminishing ignorance, a force to be reckoned with, incognito seas, planets, abstract thoughts can get your mind wiped by the frantic. If we got the juice, we got the means to squeeze us, reasons for the cloning process, then repeat us. What they teach us is mostly lies to cloud our eyes. Plug us in the matrix, take our minds on the ride. Synthesize reality, virtual mentality, core culture fatality, chemical abnormalities. They used to want us hooked on phonics, now they want us hooked on electronics, looking catatonic. Communication lost. Cross signals invading mainframe. Count sheep for the sleep while they rewire your brain. Sick, like I got autoimmune deficiency. On point, like I'm slicing out nerves intricately. Headed for the void, no sound, sight or smell. But I can still feel the chemtrails when I inhale. Particle-based evolution, no resolution. They need us, cause they feed us to the Constitution. Gun laws, free speech, front lines, filled with the ageless. Got them going crazy, cracking up in different stages. Vaccines that carry strains that make you feel strange. If they only out for dollars, they ain't tripping on change. Now put that in your pipe and hit it to the dome. And if we all alone, it's cause we got some clones. Red zone drones. Keep watch on the ground, recording information when the shit goes down. When the shit goes down. Synthetic fibers, aka rotten cotton. But some ignore how bad the world has really gotten. No need to speak on the obvious, nothing be prophecy. Schools don't want us armed with logic, but they couldn't stop us. On this one-way trip like a sabotage cruise. Mirages and fake news, redirect us from the blues. So much heat in the streets, it'll never be safe. Police looking at me strange, trying to place my face. It ain't all about race, but that's the majority reason, right? Cops versus all people, citizen hunting season. Phones look like guns, if you run, you'll get shot. Better comply with them guys or get tased and stopped. Locked in the system. It was designed for most to fail. We were born wearing gasoline draws, crawling through hell. This one's called Relevant. You can dance this one if you want to. In the dark, but travel at light speed. Awake when I dream. I found the right weed. Crazy I might be, but only slightly. I don't listen to babble, so fuck you if you don't like me. I could sound bitter, but I'm not a rhyme biter. Rum swilling, tree burning, spit venom like a viper. Underground like great green gobs of grimy gopher guts. Moonlit shadows, emotions that's looking over us. I feel sober, but that'll change fast. Backwoods filled with good pirate rum in the glass. I like big booties, but can't stand the fake ass. If it don't jiggle right, then you get no pass. Swerve, curve, cause my nerves aren't steady. Born from magic, but the world's not ready. I'm casting, creating, making, meditating, never hesitating unless I'm self-medicating. Now is it really relevant? Is it really relevant? If I told you I'm elevating revelations of my past, keep my future self-contemplating. Now is it really relevant? Is it really relevant? If I told you I'm elevating revelations of my past, keep my future self-contemplating. Looking for the greatest green to have, like Kumar. Fucked up beyond our recognition, middle name Fubar. Universally speaking, I'm spaced out from the galaxy. And medically speaking, I'm laced from the herb that's relaxing me. watching the stars passing me, gaze at the amazement, an energetic anomaly that can't be held by containment. I'ma serve it to you raw like uncut Fetty Flakes. No baking soda, scour powder, cornstarch shakes. Rum in the flask, kush with the blunt, slammed out. I'm gonna rock out with my cock out. She's gonna jam out with her clam out. Did I offend with word blends and vocal infusion? Verbal illusions causing mass confusions? Oh shit, am I abusing your eardrums? Cause all that mumble rap you hear is real dumb. Undeniable, justifiable words of truth. It's indefilable action passing the torch to these fools.
Now is it really relevant?
Is it really relevant if I told you I'm elevating revelations of my past? Keeps my future self contemplating. Now is it really relevant? Is it really relevant if I told you I'm elevating revelations of my past? Keeps my future self contemplating. Yeah, you know. So, this one's called Soothe. I produced this one, by the way. I like making beats, this shit's fun. Once again, it's on. Get ready for the ride. Open up your mind and let me jump inside. Now I'm in print, symbols, letters, and digits. Keep it exquisite, flex my pen until the rhyme's finished. Ride, slide, whip, and dip. Dr. Ink's back with this brand new shit. Slow-mo driving, puff it if you got it. Keep a cloud in the air, hope the cops don't spot it. Drive the Chevy to the levee, I rock steady. Nod your head to the beat like your brain's too heavy. Thoroughly, I'm serving you the dopest by far. If you didn't get the memo, you're stuck in the tar. It's the rum bum, baby. Who else got this flavor? You can miss me if you tipsy, I prefer the drunk behavior. Inducing the treats to calm the beast within. I'm in it till I'm out of breath, so let the games begin. I'm just here to soothe like your favorite medication. Relax your mind like you're stuck in meditation. Realize what you're facing, feel the head-on collision. It's been written, so don't fuck up the time you're given. I'm just here to soothe like your favorite medication. Relax your mind like you're stuck in meditation. Realize what you're facing, feel the head-on collision. It's been written, so don't fuck up the time you're given. Better pack your knowledge close these days. Crimes paid, fuck the change. They want credit info to claim. No more hacking with hatches, they hacking programs, hatching plans, marketing scams, tracking purchases with facial scams. Better check your tech you're using, abusing privacy. Alexa laughing while recording secrets that you keep. Dust, particle scraps to major corporations, but it's enough information, identity transformations. You're creating complications, but let me get off the subject, cause I can't say what I think, cause I get me scrubbed quick. So let the music contain you with vibrations and let the words influence you like incantations beyond the scope of motion. Travel premeditated plans. Touch the land and let my soul expand. King of all kings, magical veil has been broken. Kill off all the chaos, thoughts quiet commotion. I'm just here to soothe like your favorite medication. Relax your mind like you're stuck in meditation. Realize what you're facing, feel the head-on collision. It's been written, so don't fuck up the time you're given. I'm just here to soothe like your favorite medication. Relax your mind like you're stuck in meditation. Realize what you're facing, feel the head-on collision. It's been written, so don't fuck up the time you're given. I'm just here to soothe you. I'm just here to move you. Some shit you gotta groove to. That was cool, dude. One more. All bars. Wrote notes to cope with hope, but that's all fake. I'd rather have non-hate than do a face gay. Lead the uprising, king by nature. Truthfully spoken, my cosmic rhythm might shake you. My God logic, non-sustainable thoughts and theories. Like so, to see clearly. Junkies fiend for the high, chasing the dragons that fly, and I'm just trying to touch the sky. And goodbye. Fumigation of compiled questions, never been a trendsetter. Immortal traveler sent to help to make the world better. No compliance to the violence, but quick to settle a quarrel. I'm looking to bite the pie, while you chase crumbs like a squirrel. Jagged edge rusted, getting where I fit in like Tetris. Pop out of nowhere like a maniac when you least expect it. Reconnected my objectives, embedded my genetics. Thoughts perspective shown to show the world my perspective. Jumping Jehovah's fast, they lack the talent to hold the mic. Retro man freestyling over American Bandstand night. Press recording, verbally overwrite your thinking. Rum bum in the house and with a mouse on a mission for cheese and drinking. I'm absolute like tax overpayments, give what you're owed. I study my own thoughts and blend the new with the old. Please keep your chick in check. I don't mean to disrespect, but I can't fuck with groupies exclusive trying to serve neck. Toss her to the side and rock to the song, or toss her to the homies because she loves to rock down. Never chilled in VIP section sipping the finest champagne. Too much focus to be focused on pussy, cars, and chains. Put in work to make your neck jerk, no snippets or excerpts. Get the whole enchilada when you fucking with these here experts. J Mixon and Dr. Ink, a deadly combination like bleach and ammonia. Fumes that consume you, welcome to Fresno, California. Good golly, Miss Molly, can I pop you for my pleasure? I done seen a lot of pretty ladies, but you the best one ever. Let's go sip some liquid courage, we won't be discouraged from fucking. I got 3 backwoods rolled up, let's get the puffin' the stuffin'. I don't really mean much. I ain't trying to get all into handcuffing the honeys. We need racks of money, be grimy on these streets. Keep the hood slick like oil. Some get away from the snakes and some get trapped in the coil. No matter the temperature, we cold enough to frost your spot. No matter the season, we short enough to squeeze. Well, I don't give a fuck about hush money. I keep my money on the hush. Travel the fast lane, your turn comes quick, so I ain't in a rush. Rush. Beat by Jay Mixon on this one, shout out to him. And I hope you enjoyed what I've done. I'm out.
I'll tell her. I'll tell her nicely and she'll just say yes. This is how it's going. We've already developed this bit around you, so all you need to do is fucking show up, okay? It's gonna be funny either way. Can't wait for Oscar's answers. His answers will set himself apart from the other 2 people. He will set himself up. Oh yeah. They're gonna be at the Tower Sports Bar having drinks, and his dick will be out in no time. No.
Is it cold in here?
Are we back? In all my years of doing this, that's the first time like, I've had little instances where maybe someone's like, and you're back, but I just was talking, so we just kind of hang out, in case you guys didn't notice when commercials happen. People drinking, hanging out, everybody's all revved up from Dr. Ink. Now, in case you didn't know about Dr. Ink, he's kind of like our resident rapper, the same as Jimmy O's kind of like my resident folk art. It's like, so in case you don't know, like, Jimmy O lives in the tower, Dr. Ink lives in the tower, actually down the street from one another. They live on the same street and they didn't know. One day we went to the laboratory, me and Jimmy O. And Jimmy O was like, this is just down my street. I'm like, you and Dr. Ink? I wonder why this street's badass. I got Dr. Ink on one end, I got Jimmy O on the other, I got everything I need on one street in friggin' tower. So, but then Dr. Ink's kind of like the Batman of the show, as Jimmy O is. You throw the signal in the air. I try to keep the one musical act a week going. And this month I want to do something special with some all-stars, the ones that really, that if I want someone who watched maybe 3 years ago to go, oh shit, Dr. Ink. Like, to still be, and they can, because you've been coming on that long now. They can do that. And then they stumble upon like your 50 albums that you've made. And that's what's funny, Dr. Ink. You have a new one?
Yeah.
Wait, show the cover. It's so great. Show the cover. I am so into kung fu and chop socky and all that type of shit. But look at that. That's a great cover. It's Tales of a Hermit. I love it. Where's that coming from? Are the songs all of the same nature, or is it just a cool title?
It's just a variation of thoughts and a little bit of stories in there, tales, kind of, just truth, honesty, everything that a hermit would see if he was chilling in his cave watching the world.
Right. And there's a lot for a hermit to see these days.
And that's pretty much what I was doing for a while. I was kind of locked away and just still doing my thing, but...
And if you don't know, he really does have a laboratory. It really is Ink's laboratory. You go there, you walk in, and you're like, oh my God, you have your own space. Like, when you want to go create, you have your own area, right? Mm-hmm. It's amazing. I left so a little hazy when I left, but it was a good time at the Ink's laboratory. And you do something that I love. I love when someone we'll take a little snippet of something or do a little something with a line out of a movie or maybe just a cool little line or word and then work that into the beat or the song real easily. Wu-Tang used to do a lot of weird noises, like a brrr, like something weird like that, and then you'd keep hearing it in the song. You have the innate ability. We went over and you just take a little something out of a quote or something, and then you can just make a beat out of it like that. Like you literally made one in real time in front of us, and I'm like, it takes me longer to get out of bed than it took you to make a functioning rap beat. Where does that come from? How long have you been making beats?
Wow. I was making beats before I started rapping, so.
How long did you make beats before you're like, wait a minute, I'm going to talk over one of these?
You know, I was making beats in my head and on the desk at school when I was in
and they're like,
high.
Mr. Ink, we will have none of that in this classroom. All right, doctor. So why don't you stop tapping on this? Yeah, yes, ma'am. I'm sure that's how that works.
So then I first started like doing it was PlayStation 1. When that was out, there was a game called MTV Music Generator. And you can make beats on there. And not only could you make beats, you could sample from whatever. So, you know, I kind of...
Where are those games? Like, I'd play around with something like that for the PS4. Like, that would help so many people out.
It was... and I still have those beats. I still have them on cassette. I recorded them and put them on cassette. And
Dr. Ink Originals.
Yeah. So... And then when the Music Generator 2 came out, I was like, oh, yeah. So,
yeah.
You know, after that, you know, started rapping, still making a little bit of beats, still working with other producers here and there. It was just ended up working out the way it needed to.
How many tracks are on Tales of a Hermit?
Should be 8 or 9.
8 or 9. I love it. How long did it take you to get this one put together?
Actually, it took a few months for this one. It was done a couple of months ago.
Late nights in the laboratory. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Okay, Dr. Ink. You get 3 people to open for you on stage. They're going to be at the Dr. Ink concert, all right? Mm-hmm. 3 people get to open for you, but you know that all 3 are going to come out and perform with you at some point during your set as well. They could be alive or dead of any genre. Who do you pick? What 3 do you pick?
Wow. Let's see. I would have to go with Brother Lynch Hung, Tool. And
who are you right now?
Or Perfect Circle, whichever one you want to choose.
Okay,
you know,
whichever
Maynard.
incarnation of Maynard you want.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The third one, I don't know. I mean, I kind of have to go way back, and the artist isn't alive anymore. And this is probably going to surprise everyone, but
what are you thinking?
You know, I was a fan of Buddy Holly and the
Really?
Crickets. Yeah.
Buddy Holly and the Crickets, man. You know, it's really weird, but I think, of course, Elvis Costello with his look and all that stuff, but I really think Buddy Holly was a very crude, of course it was rock, but it was very crude, but he would get the like that type of shit and really get into it and get his hair going and the Crickets just behind him just chill as hell. That would be one hell of a show. That would be, by the way, Brother Lynch Hung is one of my most favoriteest rappers. It's very, very weird, the relationship I have with Brother Lynch. Like, I wish he would just come to Fresno and let's just get this out. Brother Lynch has gotten me out of... I remember going to... I've told this story on the show before. Me and my buddy David Todd were at a party. And we were at a party of a house of a friend of a friend. You know how the friend of a friend invite goes? You know? And you kind of got that uneasy feeling because you're like, should we stay near the guy that invited us? So we kind of just have that to reference all the time because someone's like, wait, who are you guys? Oh, yeah, he invited me. Oh, yeah. So we're like in this room hanging out with like 6 other guys. And, you know... David Todd's running at the mouth. We've been drinking, and he's talking about like rap we like, and he's talking about, Brother Lynch, and I had broken this big mug there that night. It was a special beer glass that one of the roommates owned at this apartment, and everyone's like, oh, he's a big drinker, right? So they give me this mug, and ends up I sit it down, and I sit it down, and it'll start moving on its own, like kind of when it's wet. It did one of those. It broke. So I'm already that guy, right? So we're in this room, and everybody's kind of like, oh, that's the dude that broke the thing. And my buddy's bragging about how we love Brother Lynch, and then he's like, well, fine, I forget what he was going to give us something. I don't remember. Anyways, it's important. There was an exchange of something going to go on. It's like 20 years ago. My memory's sketchy. But if we could quote a Brother Lynch lyric that we knew without having to think about it. He goes, just go now. And I'm like, fuck, under the influence, I'm hella fucked up. Swerving down the sweet freeway, spilling my cup. Like, we got what we was, because it was like, they were so amazed that we even know who Brother Lynch was. But That's one of those rappers that's always gotten me. That's funny you say that. And then to team him up with Tool or some kind of Maynard. Where are you coming from, Dr. Ink? Who are you right now?
Fresno, man.
It's Fresno. The eclectic, the very eclectic. Now let's do this. Real quick before I give you the minute we end all of this. Where can everybody find you on the internet? Let's just go over that because you are everywhere.
Bandcamp.
You just want to go with Bandcamp?
Go with Bandcamp. That
Keep
way
it
you
simple.
can-
Bandcamp.com. Are you under what? Dr. Ink 559, Twigonomical? What are we looking for?
Dr. Ink 559.
Look at that. See, I knew that 559. Dr. Ink, you know, it took Mike Briggs about 3 years to realize your name spells drink.
Oh, wow.
And then he accused you for a while that every time you came here, you got him drunk. I remember there's a while where Briggsy was nervous when he did, Dr. Ink's coming on tonight? Okay. And he would just turn around and walk off. And I was like, what are you doing? No, he gets me drunk every time he's here. Like he's a victim when you're here, Doctor. I think you got him one time pretty good, Briggs. And he always remembers that one time. And for him, it's become every time you've been here now. He's like, no, not Ink. He messes me up. And then he just leaves. I haven't seen Briggs all night. He knew you were coming. I haven't seen his ass all night. That's how I know, man. And Marty O's in the house. So you know when it comes to Hannah Marty O, he's like, no, I'm going to go in there and Dr. Ink's going to mess me up. And I just can't do it tonight. Stones is back open. You know he's got to be over there. That's like in his blood. Yeah, man, that's his play. I was like, first time I saw that post, I was like, Briggs is so happy right now. Oh, man. So, okay, here we go, Dr. Ink. I like to do something with all the musical guests of the show, and you're very aware of this. So I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock because internet television hour is hard to fill. Okay, it really is. And I just sometimes I need to hand it off. So for the next internet television 60 seconds, it's no longer going to be sex, drugs, and Kris DeVold. Oh, no. It's going to be sex, drugs, and Dr. Ink!
Okay, let's see here. Got 60 seconds to say whatever it is that I want. So what is it that I could say? Let's see. I could be talking about what it is that grinds my gears, but I don't really want to talk about what grinds my gears because that could be a long-ass fucking thing. So I will say this. Go check out every single album that I have out and available on Bandcamp. That includes the compilation 1 and 2 featuring some great artists. And got a nice little beat album on there too for you to check out, listen to, freestyle to, write to, do whatever you want to do. And if you want to be sure to hit me up. You can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Instagram. Just put in Dr. Ink 559 or put in Twigonomical. You can Google Twigonomical and that's just gonna come up because I'm the one and only Twigonomical. That's right here, you heard it, you said it. So anybody else that tries to copy, sloppy, gets slapped in the face, simple as that. No time for the waste. So anyway, got about 10 seconds left, so. That's for all you haters.
Sex, drugs, and Dr. Ink! We just need to get a freeze frame of that and put it on a shirt, and you can just wear that out to the next time you're out and just be like, reference the shirt. Marty, I got to get you to come back up here one more time and just stand behind us while we say goodbye. If you didn't get a chance to know what was going on, Marty and them have a huge event going on at Bebe's Vintage Boutique. We're already a couple minutes over. Let's just go ahead. If you can, get it going. Why not? That's Christmas right there, Marty. It's so beautiful. Tomorrow it all goes down at Bebe's Vintage Boutique. 5 p.m. it starts till however late they want to go. Bring a toy or $5. Get in on this time. It's going to be great. Man, tacos, tamales, and BBOs. What more could you ask for during the holiday season? Oh, yeah. Give it up for Marty and Lupe from BBO's Vintage Boutique. Give it up one more time for Dr. Ink. Oh, and we still have one show before the Christmas episode, so I will see you guys next Friday for episode 278. Don't be late. Oh, like the Facebook page, you lazy stoner. But on the Christmas episode, December 21st, we will have Jimmy O in the house. Yeah. We will have the Skulls of Mush in the house. Yeah. We will have Sexful Steve-O and the Neighborhood Scum in the house. Yeah. If you haven't seen this band, besides the multiple costume changes that the lead singer does, I think he changed costumes like 4 times while he was here. One time, I don't want to put them in the wrong light, but sometimes let's not even gonna, just watch. It's gonna be, just come down here. Because the cream always rises to the top. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold, SexReallyTalk.com, episode 277. I keep doing it this way. I think I'm going to heaven. Slide the knob, we did it, slide the knob! All right, why don't we do a picture of all 3 of us real quick? Prove this.
CentralValleyTalk.com